Laura Baines, right?
Laura, yeah.
Never.
You're doing a fine job, Laura. My Ernie, he was a wonderful man. I really loved him.
Oh, sure you did. I know your type, Yvette. I know you didn't really love him.
But I did. Ernie was the first man I've ever really loved. I was even trying to find work for him so he could make the extra money.
Why did he need extra money? He had a good job here, didn't he?
It was the gambling. The ice pick. He killed my Ernie for the gambling debts.
Ernie wasn't killed with an ice pick.
No, the ice pick is the... how do you say it? The lone fish.
Lone fish? Oh, you mean ice pick is the name of a loan shark?
Oui, the ice pick is an evil man.
You're sure he's the one who killed Ernie?
My Ernie, he was worried about the ice pick. He told me about him this evening.
Very curious. I'm surprised you had time to see Ernie tonight.
Why is that?
Because you've been spending so much time with Mr. Dorian.
Oh, you mean the Steve? He is the attractive man, but we are only the friends, no? But my Ernie, what will I do without him?
I can see you're upset. I'll leave you alone. Steve! Mr. Dorian.
Miss Bow.
Thank you for showing me your scars, Steve. They were very, very nice.
Haven't seen you in a while, Mr. Dorian.
Well, women keep carrying me off.
Carrying you off?
Yeah. First, Miss Delacroix pulled me away from the party to show me the old master's gallery. Then there was Dr. Miklos. She's been pestering me about my scars ever since she found out I worked on the docks. Weird lady.
You don't seem too upset by all the attention.
Well, I would rather have spent the time with you.
I'd think a big, strong man like you would have been able to get away from them if you wanted to do so.
Well, I hate to be rude, and I did end up finding you here.
Have you heard about the murders?
Murders? Oh, I guess somebody did mention that.
You seem kind of distracted.
Yeah, well, I've got news for you, too. I think some of the paintings in the old master's gallery are forgeries. The paint is still wet on some of them.
Yes, well, I hardly think that...
Oh, Steve, a terrible thing has happened. Ernie is dead.
Ernie?
Yes, my Ernie. What will I do? Oh, I need a big man to cry on. Please, come into my office.
Sorry, Miss Bow. The poor woman seems very upset. Maybe there's something I can do for her.
I can just guess what that is.
We can talk more later, okay?
We'll see about that.
You hear muffled voices coming through the door to Yvette's office. Ooh la la.
How does that feel?
It is magnifique. Mmm.
I'm not rubbing too hard, am I?
The harder the better, mon ami.
Well, we all get a little stiff now and then.
Ooh, and you are so good at working out the kinks. Mmm.
Would you mind not moaning so loud? You might draw attention.
Oh, I cannot be helping it. You are so big and so strong. Mmm.
Oh my.
Oh, dear.
Miss Bow,
Sacré bleu.
I can explain this.
I bet you can, Mr. Dorian.
I'm just rubbing her neck.
Oui, and he does it so well.
I'll just leave you two alone.
Miss Bow, wait!
I do not know him. My whole world is this museum, Miss Bow.
There was silence.
Achtung! This is not the public part of the museum. This area is verboten to you and all of your kind. Leave now before you force me to shoot you. He did not care for the museum. He wished he could keep his finds, but they belong to the Dagger, and we intend to keep them. Do you understand me? He was a good man, and I will miss him. When I find the coward who stuck him on the porcupine, they will wish they had never been born. He is a bumbling fool who does not care about this museum. I do not need his help. I do not need anyone's help, least of all yours. I do not indulge in nasty French pastries, Miss Bow. They are bad for my figure. A military man must maintain his stamina through proper exercise and diet. He is the man who does my laundry when the German laundry is closed. Of course, the German laundry is never closed, since it is manned by sturdy German laundry people who need no sleep. I do not know your father, but I'm sure my father could beat your soft American father in a duel. That irritating little civilian is better off kaput. He reminded me of a small, yappy dog, always trailing after the good Dr. Carrington. His name sounded German, but I think he was the imposter. I never trusted him, and he was probably an art thief anyway. Dr. Miklos is a fine woman. She is truly dedicated to the security of the Lion Dagger. You already asked me that. Do not waste my time, Fräulein, or I will become irritated. For all I know, you are distracting me while art thieves are doing their work in the museum. Fräulein Delacroix is a charming young lady. She loves the museum, and she is a work of art herself. I admire women who take good care of their bodies as we military men do. That is me, Wolf Heimlich. Do you know how I got these scars on my face, Miss Bo?
No.
The little ones my father gave me, teaching me to do with the saber. The big ones I got at Heidelberg, dueling with my friends. How I miss them.
Your friend?
You rub salt in the fresh cuts to make them heal with the bigger scar. Did you know that?
No, I didn't, Mr. Heimlich. That's fascinating.
I do not trust her. I do not trust you. I do not trust anyone. I do not trust him. I do not know why he's here. I think he is an art thief. They are everywhere. He works on the docks. He has red hair. He has no scars on his face. I do not trust him. He wanted the dagger all along. He probably stole it. I should kill him right now, but I have no evidence. Ernie was a decent man, and when I find the murdering coward who drowned him, they will be crushed in my powerful hands. I do not know him, but if I did, I would practice my Heimlich death maneuver on him. Criminals should not be allowed to live. They could all be art thieves. I do not read the paper. My only concern is this museum. The police are useless. I will find the dagger myself. I have my washing done at the German laundry on 39th Street. I enjoy strolling the docks at night, Miss Bo. I like to practice headlocks on the local thugs when they try to mug me. I live, breathe, eat, and sleep to defend this museum. It is my father and my child. I love it. Do not touch the exhibits! I do not read the news. Nothing outside this museum concerns me. I do not indulge in such ridiculous things. I have better things to do than sit and drink the alcohol which taints the bodily fluids. I do not like you wandering around and writing things. You are perhaps taking notes on what you would most like to steal? Is that it? Fräulein Bo, you are far too nosy. Keep that glass to yourself unless you wish to study my scars. There are many bones in the museum, Miss Bo. Ask Dr. Miklos how they clean the flesh from them sometime. It is most fascinating. I do not care what that English Dummkopf has written on his little notepad. If he had a good German memory, he would remember everything. I know nothing of carbon paper, Miss Bo, nor do I want to. Why do you want to know about charcoal? Are you planning on burning down the museum? Well, are you? I know nothing about lanterns. I do not need one. I can see in the dark. We use cheese in our mousetraps around the museum. How I love to hear that snap, that squeak. Then I shoot them just to make sure they are kaput. I do not often consider such foolish things. I do not care about this ridiculous man's criminal past. He isn't here. If he was, I would pop his heart out with my famous Heimlich death maneuver. That is an Egyptian symbol, Miss Bo. Where did you see it? Have you been snooping around the museum? Have you? That looks like a snake lasso. Dr. Miklos could tell you for certain. I just use my hands to capture the snakes. They fear me, so they will not bite me. Why do you want to know about wire cutters? Are you planning on stealing my pterodactyl? The dagger is a priceless work of art, and I will get it back. I will get it back. Do you hear me? do not need snake oil. I do not fear snakes. I do not fear anything. The snakes fear me. Fräulein Bo, keep your key to yourself. If it is a key to your room, you do not interest me. I know it does not fit into anything in this museum, and I won't have you sticking it anywhere you please. Many of our exhibits are hung with fire. Did you know that you could garrote someone in a matter of moments with a bit of fire? Where did you get that? That is a man's fudge. I do not think you are a man, Miss Bo. Are you? Did you steal the fudge? Answer me!
Oh no, I didn't steal it, I swear.
If I find out you did, you have had it, Fräulein Bo. I will not tolerate illegal acts in this museum.
Has 1926 been a good year for you, Mr. Hamlick?
Why do you want to know, Fräulein Bo?
Well, I'm just curious, I guess.
You know what they say, curiosity disembowels a cat.
I don't think that's exactly what they say, Mr. Hamlick. Mr. Hamlick, how do you suppose the thieves got past you? Wasn't the dagger supposed to be heavily guarded?
Of course it was guarded. I have no idea how they got the dagger. They must have drugged me. They must have hypnotized me. They must have been ghosts.
Mr. Hamlick, are you all right?
That must be it. They were ghosts. I couldn't have possibly missed them. I couldn't have.
Mr. Hamlick?
Oh, Mutter, I'm sorry I let you down. I'm sorry they got your paintings. Please try to paint again, wherever you are. Please.
I'm sorry if I upset you.
My Mutter, she was so heartbroken when her paintings were stolen from the museum in Germany. It was her first exhibition. She was so happy until...
Perhaps we should change the subject.
Subject? What subject? What are you talking about, you silly girl?
Oh, never mind. Do you know anything about Egyptology, Mr. Hamlick?
Only that I am sworn to protect everything in this museum. And I intend to do that. So don't get any funny ideas. That is Egyptian writing. If you want to know what it says, talk to Dr. Miklos. Never point a weapon at me, Fräulein Bo. Not even a toy like that. My highly trained reflexes could kill you in 3 seconds if I wanted to. 3 seconds! And I am considering doing that right now!
It's used rubbing the charcoal over the note. Feels like red hair. Feels like red hairs. Don't touch it. It's a petite woman's shoe. You pick it up and place it in your purse. Feels like red. It looks like a shred of clothing fabric. You don't need it. Leave it here for the police. It's on the floor, but it's actually a desk lamp. It's a waste basket full of waste. It's a desk chair. There's a homey old Norwegian phrase stitched into this needlepoint. An axe in the hand is worth two in the bush. Words to live by. Yvette's face doesn't look as good in death as it did in life. Perhaps because her makeup is covered with plaster dust. Red hair. It appears to be a pair of bifocal glasses. Yvette's dress doesn't look as good as it did earlier in the evening. Yvette's hair, formerly full of bounce and shine, is now lifeless and dull. It could use a thorough washing with a good shampoo to get all the plaster dust out of it. Don't touch it. Don't touch. Don't touch it.
You pick it up and place it in your purse. You pick it up and place it in your purse. There are a few spots of blood on the floor. You pick it up and place it in your purse. The room seems to give gently under the pressure of your fingertips. The blood is red and almost dry. There seems to have been a struggle here. A full bottle of Dr. Moribund's guaranteed snake oil.
Countess, why are you tied up on my desk? Your face has certainly changed to an attractive pale color, my dear. You seem a little under the weather. Are you okay? Oh dear, you don't look well at all. O'Reilly! You want Mr. O'Reilly? Okay, just wait right here and I'll go get him. Hello, Miss Bo. Do you know where Mr. O'Reilly is?
Well, no, not exactly. I assume he's still in the museum.
Well, I'll find him. If you see him first, would you tell him that the Countess is dying on the desk in my office?
The Countess is dying? What's wrong with her?
Well, she's looking rather pale. Her eyes are glazed, and she's not breathing much. I'd guessed she'd been bitten by a snake.
By a snake?
Must you keep repeating everything I say? In any case, I've got to go now.
This curious device is while this is don't touch it. Don't touch it. While this is don't touch. Don't touch. A bottle of Dr. Moribund's guaranteed snake oil. It's 1/4 full. A skeleton lies. There's an array of lab. The shelf is crowded. You find plenty of even under the while this is a wooden workbench loaded with many empty glass containers that smell. The container is full. While this is worried that there might be snakes hiding in this desk, you sprinkle a little snake oil around just to make sure it's safe. As much as you would enjoy sprinkling. While this is as much as The liquid in the container feels oily. The container is a full bottle.
Oh!
The Countess is looking rather pale. She seems surprised that she died here on Olympia's desk. The skin on her hand is as pale as her face, showing minor signs of lividity in the palms. It's the bound and dead body of the Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carlton. It's the dead leg of the Countess. It's the dead leg. It's the You detect a trickle of what could prove to be cobra venom. You deem it wise not to touch it when you remember that it's a neurotoxin that causes progressive paralysis leading to respiratory failure. That biology class was useful after all. They seem to be ordinary table grapes, nice and ripe. You pick it up and place it in your purse. Don't touch it. It's the a paper with printed words on it. Looks on. It's the first page of a scientific report. Don't touch it. Don't touch. The scent of the smelling salts is overpowering at this close range. You pick it up. So far so good. Keep it up. So far so good. Keep it up. So far so good. You don't want to hide in here. The memory of Pippin's... The mummy case is... You hear the sound of someone breaking down a door in the next room. While this is an interesting while this is while this is while You pick it up and place it in your purse. It's the lid to the mummy case of the... While this is an interesting... While this... It's the... This is the sarcophagus of Amon. It's the mummy case of the pharaoh Rat-hotep who ruled in the 14th dynasty. This is a rare piece because most evidence Rat-hotep tried to introduce the worship of the The lid won't open. The lid. The snake. You hear ominous chanting as you encounter a strange ceremony.
Ra ra sis boom ba. Ra ra amen ra. Ra ra sis boom ba.
Oh my goodness! Excuse me, I was looking for the women's lounge.
You're coming with us, young lady.
I think you're making a mistake.
You've seen too much. We can't let you go.
Not to worry. I won't remember seeing this room, or you, or anything. Really, I've got a terrible memory. Can't even remember my own name half the time.
I'm sorry you found us. Our cult of Amon Ra must remain a secret. There is too much at stake here. Too many important people are involved.
Cult of Amon Ra? in the museum basement.
This room is a forgotten part of the original museum. We are safe here, as long as no outsiders are aware of our existence.
Oh, well, my lips are sealed. If you want to dance and sing and have little meetings down here, that's your business.
You cannot be trusted, Miss Bow. You're a newspaper reporter. We could be a featured article on page 1 of tomorrow's newspaper if we let you go.
But people are going to miss me. They'll search the museum.
The police will never find this room or your body.
You don't really plan to kill me, do you?
Of course not.
What a relief.
Kill is such an ugly word. Actually, we're going to sacrifice you to Amon-Ra.
Can we talk about this?
There is nothing to discuss. You should be proud to die in such an honorable fashion. Young Egyptian maidens used to fight for the privilege of being sacrificed to the great Amon-Ra.
Now, wait a minute. I thought the ancient Egyptians didn't make human sacrifices.
You're familiar with the history of ancient Egypt, Miss Bow?
Well, I've learned a few things.
Perhaps we could test you.
Do I have any other options?
We can test you or sacrifice you. It's your choice.
I'm liking this idea more and more. What kind of a test is it?
Amon-Ra may choose to intervene on your behalf. It is our tradition that we must let you live if you can answer Amon-Ra's riddle.
Great.
Of course, you'll have to answer the riddle with hieroglyphics.
I was afraid it would be something like that. Okay, what's the riddle?
Actually, it's a two-part riddle. What is the room you leave without entering? That's correct. Now, the second riddle. What is the room you enter without leaving? Very impressive. You're the first person who ever answered that riddle correctly. The wise Amon-Ra apparently wants us to spare your life. Will you swear to keep our location a secret?
Of course.
Then you may leave. May the great Amon-Ra guide your footsteps.
Thank you. Now I just have to outrun the person who's been chasing me.
Who is chasing you? Do you think they'll find their way in here?
I'm not sure who it is, but I believe it's the same person who stole the Dagger of Amon-Ra from its display case. And I'm sure they'll find their way in here.
If that is true, they will not leave this room alive. I suggest you leave through our secret escape route behind the altar. Go now, and remember your promise.
There's an unconscious man in the coal bin. Although the coal has dirtied his face and hair, it looks suspiciously like Steve. Steve being the large, unconscious type. It's too heavy. You don't have room for it in your purse. Steve being the a smelly old work boot.
Oh, my head. What happened? Laura?
Yes, Steve. I was so worried about you. Are you all right?
I think so. I remember hearing somebody coming up behind me, and as I turned around, somebody slugged me. Cripes, my head hurts.
They must have dumped you down the coal chute. Let me see where you were hit.
I'm all right. Don't touch it.
Honestly, you men can be such crybabies. Do you think you can walk? We have to get out of here. Somebody's been murdering everybody in this museum, and whoever it is after me.
I can make it. I'm with you. Where do we go?
Good question.
While this is while you hear the sound of gunfire from the direction of the furnace room.
Sounds like someone's chasing us, Laura.
You watch in relief as the last of the rats scurries out of sight. You can barely smell an unpleasant odor, like burning hair. Don't touch it. With a little more effort, you'll be the best investigative reporter Tulane ever graduated.
Thank you for coming to this inquest, Miss Bow. As the coroner on this case, I'm going to informally question you and study the evidence you've collected. If you assist me in developing a case, the perpetrators will be tried in the formal court of law. We're primarily concerned with the museum murders, but we're also interested in the theft of the Dagger of Amon-Ra and other matters that may have a bearing on this case. My examination of the corpses has been fruitful, but I need more evidence to build a case. Any information you can give us would help, but you must justify your conclusions with the evidence you've acquired. False accusations and unsupported conclusions will not be tolerated. Although I don't wish to pressure you, your employer is also here to judge your performance on this investigation. Since this is an informal proceeding, I've allowed it on the basis that your newspaper will cooperate with our wishes. Now, to the questions. Who murdered Dr. Pippin Carter? Who murdered Ernie Leach? Who murdered Yvette Delacroix? Who murdered Countess Lavinia Waldorf-Carleton? Who was the skeleton found in the steamer trunk? Who murdered Dr. Archibald Carrington? Who impersonated Dr. Archibald Carrington? Who murdered Watney Little? Who actually stole the Dagger of Amon-Ra from the Ancient Egypt exhibit? Who manipulated Watney Little into stealing the Dagger of Amon-Ra? Who was the woman involved in stealing paintings from the Old Masters Gallery? Based on what we now know, your assumption is correct, Miss Bow. Good work. Who was the man involved in stealing paintings from the Old Masters Gallery? Based on what we now know, your assumption is correct, Miss Bow. Good work. Who was the middleman who provided forged paintings for the Countess and sold the real ones for her? Based on what we now know, your assumption is correct, Miss Bow. Good work. Who is the high priest of the Amon-Ra sun worshippers? That's correct, Miss Bow. You're very observant. Which museum employee runs a fencing operation as a sideline business? That assumption is correct. Mr. Leach was moonlighting with his own business as a fence installer. In fact, he put up a very nice fence around my house.
I have one final piece of evidence to present, Mr. Coroner. I have an eyewitness who would only feel safe to come forth if I established my case against Mr. O'Reilly. Now that I've done so, let me introduce Dr. Patah Tut Smith of the Cairo Museum.
Mr. Smith's testimony is safe with us.
Many thanks. I was in the Egyptian ceremonial room underneath the museum when Detective O'Reilly killed 2 of my fellow sun worshippers. I saw with my own eyes how he gunned them down without mercy when they tried to stop him from chasing Miss Bow. However, we only managed to slow him down. His hood fell back briefly, revealing his evil face to us as he slaughtered our people. That son of a camel should not be allowed to run free upon the sands.
Will you testify in court to what you witnessed, Mr. Smith?
Happily, sir. My dead fellows expect their revenge, although Amon-Ra will certainly destroy O'Reilly's car when he journeys through the underworld.
I'm not qualified to give my opinion on Mr. O'Reilly's spirit in the next world, Mr. Smith, but I'm sure your testimony will help your dead friends sleep peacefully. Thank you for coming forth. I must admit that I'm impressed by your methods, Miss Bow. Not only have you identified the murderers of those unfortunate individuals, but you have also uncovered the skullduggery involving the Dagger of Amon-Ra. Our case is very strong now and prosecution can begin. The New York Police Department owes you a debt of gratitude for your assistance in apprehending these malefactors. I'm sure that a commendation of valor from the police department is in order. Thank you for your help.
It's all that lousy reporter's fault. Damned interfering Laura Bow. Thinks she can get away with squealing on me, does she? Well, she's got another thing coming. Do you hear me, Laura Bow? You'll pay for this. If it's the last thing I ever do!
Thank you for waiting, Laura.
I didn't mind, Steve.
Laura,
Yes?
would you mind... do you suppose... Laura, could you close your eyes? I have something for you.
Oh, I suppose so. Oh, Steve!
Do you like it?
Steve, how could you? How could you have stolen the dagger?
I didn't steal the dagger, Laura. I bought this copy for you at the museum gift shop. I thought you might like a memento of your big night at the Leyendecker Museum.
Oh, thank you, Steve. I'm so embarrassed.
You're beautiful when you blush. Laura,
Yes, Steve?
would you consider joining me for dinner this coming Saturday?
Well, I'm not sure if I don't know if I should really. Yes. Yes, I'd be delighted to join you for dinner.
Thank you, Laura. You've made me very happy.
Oh, Steve.
Oh, Laura.
Oh, Steve. Since his skeleton was so nicely cleaned by the domestic beetles, Dr. Carrington's bones will soon be hanging on display in the Leyendecker Museum. Yvette Delacroix died plastered. Her remarkably lifelike statue now lives on in the Old Masters Gallery of the Leyendecker Museum. Her memory lives on in the minds of all she touched. Her sculpture is attributed to Ryan O'Reilly, 1926. Pleased by your success at finding his dagger of Amon-Ra and his murderer, Dr. Pippin Carter now rests in peace. Pippin Carter's body was transported to Egypt by his cousin and now occupies a place of archaeological honor in the Temple of Amon-Ra in the Valley of the Kings. Due to your success at recovering the dagger of Amon-Ra and finding the murderer, Wolf Heimlich continued as chief of security at the Leyendecker Museum. 2 months later, he was married to Dr. Olympia Miklos. 2 years after they were married, Wolf and Olympia had a child they named Morgana Wolf Heimlich. Having died in the course of this story, Watney Little's life of crime came to an abrupt end. As he was not a nice man, nobody missed him. Due to your success at recovering the dagger of Amon-Ra and finding the murderer, Dr. Olympia Miklos married Wolf Heimlich, who continued as chief of security at the Leyendecker Museum. 2 years after they were married, Wolf and Olympia had a child they named Morgana Wolf Heimlich. As fond as he was of the Leyendecker, Ernie Leach noted in his will that he wanted his body donated to the museum. His body now resides in numerous small jars of alcohol, which will be placed on display in the new Hall of Internal Biology, adjacent to the Hall of Late Mammals. Dr. Patar Sheptut
Tut Smith finally gave up on getting the Dagger of Amon-Ra returned to Egypt. However, once it completed its US and European museum tours, it was returned to the Cairo Museum anyway. So, several years later, Tut died a happy man, even though his death was the result of an Egyptian cobra bite. After losing his head in the museum, Ziggy found himself unable to continue his criminal career. His head has been preserved and is now on display in the Life Mask exhibit at the Leyendecker Museum. Ramses Najir continued his successful career as an accountant and as head of the secret Egyptian cult of Amon-Ra. With his strong high society ties, his accounting business made Ramses a millionaire in 15 years. Having died from a snake bite, the Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carlton did not live long enough to inherit any money from her last husband, Sterling. Thoroughly impressed by your success as a reporter, your editor, Sam Augustini, nominated you for a Pulitzer Prize and was present when you received your Citation of Valor from the police department. Sam retired 10 years later to become a gentleman cabbage farmer, fulfilling a secret lifelong dream. Pleased at your success, Crodfoller T. Rhubarb was happy to become your assistant at the New York Daily Register News Tribune. Henri Lemore, the coroner, continued his successful career studying dead bodies for the next 50 years, finally retiring in 1976 to tour with a rock band, the Ungrateful Dead. Low Fat continued in the laundry business, eventually opening a chain of low-fat Chinese laundries across the country and becoming a millionaire in the process. Former Detective Ryan Hanrahan O'Reilly was sentenced to 60 years in a state penitentiary. Having been a cop, O'Reilly found it hard to make friends in prison. After your successful completion of the museum assignment, you started dating Steve Dorian. Thrilled with your success, John Bow spent the rest of his life telling people what a wonderful daughter you were and how he had taught you everything you knew about criminology. After your recovery of the Dagger of Amon-Ra, it went back on display at the Leyendecker Museum. The large amount of press coverage drew many patrons to the museum to see the dagger. After 2 years on display at the Leyendecker, the Dagger exhibit continued on a tour of museums in the United States, Europe, and finally found its way back to the Cairo Museum in Egypt. With a little more effort, you'll be the best investigative reporter Tulane ever graduated.
Thank you for coming to this inquest, Miss Bow. As the coroner on this case, I'm going to informally question you and study the evidence you've collected. If you assist me in developing a case, the perpetrators will be tried in the formal court of law. We're primarily concerned with the museum murders, but we're also interested in the theft of the Dagger of Amon and other matters that may have a bearing on this case. My examination of the corpses has been fruitful, but I need more evidence to build a case. Any information you can give us would help, but you must justify your conclusions with the evidence you've acquired. False accusations and unsupported conclusions will not be tolerated. Although I don't wish to pressure you, your employer is also here to judge your performance on this investigation. Since this is an informal proceeding, I've allowed it on the basis that your newspaper will cooperate with our wishes. Now, to the questions. Who murdered Dr. Pippin Carter? Who murdered Lawrence Ziggy Ziegfeld? Who murdered Ernie Leach? Who murdered Yvette Delacroix? Who murdered Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carleton? Who was the skeleton found in the steamer trunk? Who actually stole the Dagger of Amon-Ra from the ancient Egypt exhibit? Who was the woman involved in stealing paintings from the Old Masters Gallery? Based on our own investigation, your conclusion is incorrect, Miss Bow. Two of the men who were murdered were involved with one of the female victims in a plan to steal the paintings. We have a report on that woman telling us she appeared at an appointment in the medieval armor exhibit sometime after the party. She was unaware that her partner in crime was dead at that point, and she was seen carrying paintings. If she'd been confronted at that time with evidence that her partner was dead, she might well have confessed to her crime. Who is the high priest of the Amon-Ra sun worshippers? That accusation is false, Miss Bow. However, the high priest's identity is a carefully guarded secret, so your failure to identify him is nothing to be ashamed about. He was present at the museum party, but was rarely seen afterwards. One witness said he was spotted briefly in the office of Yvette Delacroix. Which museum employee runs a fencing operation as a sideline business? Incorrect, Miss Bow. If I were you, I would have looked through the garbage in people's offices. Trash cans are often a good source of clues. Miss Bow, please remember in the future that you're a reporter, not a detective. By interfering at crime scenes, you make it much more difficult for the police to do their jobs. Not only are your conclusions based on unfounded guesswork, you don't even have any evidence to back them up. By your presence at the murder scenes and your destruction of evidence, I'm tempted to conclude that you were the murderer. You neglected to thoroughly question all the suspects, and you missed important evidence at the crime scenes. Although you discovered the Dagger of Amon-Ra, you have not arrived at conclusions about the theft that make any sense to me. I believe the theft involved two people, one of whom must have been on the museum staff. Because of you, a murderer is running loose in this city, free to kill again. I hope you're proud of yourself, Miss Bow.
skeleton was so nicely cleaned by the domestic beetles, Dr. Carrington's bones will soon be hanging on display in the Leyendecker Museum. Yvette Delacroix died plastered. Her remarkably lifelike statue now lives on in the Old Masters Gallery of the Leyendecker Museum. Her memory lives on in the minds of all she touched. Her sculpture is attributed to artist unknown. Dr. Pippin Carter, wherever he is quite displeased. You did not recover the dagger of Amon-Ra, nor did you find his murderer. Therefore, Pippin feels it is only fair that he should haunt you for the rest of your life. Indirectly, as a result of your total failure, Wolf Heimlich was fired from his job as Chief of Security at the Leyendecker Museum. 1 year later, still out of work, he committed suicide in military fashion by falling on his sword. Having died in the course of this story, Watney Little's life of crime came to an abrupt end. As he was not a nice man, nobody missed him. After Wolf Heimlich was fired from his job as Chief of Security, Dr. Olympia Miklos moved to Montana to do full-time field research in paleontology, digging in the rich fossil beds she found there. Her greatest find was the carnivorous Olympiasaurus dinosaur. As fond as he was of the Leyendecker, Ernie Leach noted in his will that he wanted his body donated to the museum. His body now resides in numerous small jars of alcohol, which will be placed on display in the new Hall of Internal Biology, adjacent to the Hall of Late Mammals. Since the dagger of Amon-Ra was not recovered, Dr. Patasheptut Tut Smith was forced to commit suicide with a fake dagger of Amon-Ra from the Leyendecker Museum gift shop. After losing his head in the museum, Ziggy found himself unable to continue his criminal career. His head has been preserved and is now on display in the life mask exhibit at the Leyendecker Museum. Ramses Najir continued his successful career as an accountant and as head of the secret Egyptian cult of Amon-Ra. With his strong high society ties, his accounting business made Ramses a millionaire in 15 years. Having died from a snake bite, the Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carleton did not live long enough to inherit any money from her last husband, Sterling. Extremely unimpressed by your total failure as a reporter, Sam Agostini fired you. Later that same year, he was mugged with a gift shop duplicate of the dagger of Amon-Ra and died from his wounds. He blames you for his death. Since you were fired after your total failure at the museum, Crodfuller T. Rhubarb continued the investigation, found the dagger of Amon-Ra and the murderer, and won a Pulitzer Prize for his excellent work. Henri Lemore, the coroner, continued his successful career studying dead bodies for the next 50 years, finally retiring in 1976 to tour with a rock band, the Ungrateful Dead. Low Fat continued in the laundry business, eventually opening a chain of low-fat Chinese laundries across the country and becoming a millionaire in the process. Detective Ryan Hanrahan O'Reilly continued in his job and became a full-time homicide detective. Having amassed a small fortune by being frugal, he retired to Ireland 3 years later. Steve Dorian was quite upset by the unfortunate event that happened to you later that night. Stunned by your total failure and the unfortunate event that occurred to you later that evening, John Bowes spent his remaining years in a New Orleans mental institution. After you gave it away, the dagger of Amon-Ra vanished. 20 years later, in 1946, it mysteriously appeared on the doorstep of the Cairo Museum in Egypt. There was human blood on the blade, as if it was some kind of a message.
You had your chance and you blew it, Larabeau. This is what happens to interfering reporters.